In our last video, we introduced the concept of the three houses, and we hope you are enjoying them. So far, everyone has been earning small amounts of lux through doing various school-related tasks, such as pace tests and Bible memory, and you've earned a little bit of lux from your teachers as well. Now that you have gotten used to the basics of this system, we think that it's time to introduce one of the key components, special challenges and events. About every month or two, the student council will come up with special events, or activities that will take multiple days to complete. Those who win special events or complete special challenges will earn one of the special gold or silver radiant awards. A silver radiant award is worth over 1,000 lux, and a gold radiant award is worth even more. The value changes depending on why they were given, but no matter what the value is, it will be able to give any house a huge boost in lux. The first event we will be holding is a Crokinole tournament. This game was introduced to the school by the student council last year, and it has become more and more common as time goes on, though there are some people who haven't tried it yet. So here's a quick tutorial. This game is played with 4 people. One team chooses white, and one team chooses black. Each player takes 6 pieces and lays them away from the board. You are not allowed to place them in the board. Teammates sit across from each other, and the starting player is decided through rock, paper, scissors. This game is about flicking your pieces into a position that will score the most points. You are only allowed to shoot from the shooting zone, and you cannot move your chair, and you also cannot leave your chair. At the beginning of your turn, there are 2 possible states the board will be in. Either your opponent has pieces on the board, or they don't. Anytime your opponent has pieces on the board, you must hit their piece either with your own piece or with another. Anytime your opponent has no pieces on the board, you must flick your piece into the circle, or at least it must be touching the circle. This may be an unusual rule for some of you, but this rule was made to prevent hiding pieces behind pegs, which will lead to less options and a less interesting game. This rule is also used in the World Crokinole Championship. Throughout the game, if any piece lands in the 20 hole, then remove the piece and put it on top of the edge of the board. If a piece touches the shooting line or even passes it for a moment, it is discarded and the piece is placed in the gutter. Once each player has used up all 6 pieces, the game is over. The value of a piece is determined by these markings, and if a piece is on a line, it is given the lower value. For easy counting, cancel out all pieces of the same value from the other team and then compare what remains to determine the winner. Now that you understand the basics of the game, here are some rules specifically designed for this tournament. First, your teammate must be from your house, but they don't have to be from the same class. Signups will be starting today and will end tomorrow at 3:30. If less than 40 people register, we will hold qualifiers from December 7 to 13, and finals on December 14 to 15. If more than 40 people register, we will hold qualifiers from December 7 to 15, and finals on December 18 to 19. Here's how qualifiers will work. We will be using a ladder format, and each team will be playing 5 to 7 matches, earn points from those matches, and whichever team earns the most points will join the finals. You can play in the teaching room during any break throughout the qualifying period. You may play any team that is not of the same house, and if you are challenged, you must accept if you have an available match. There will be no chickening out. Whenever you play a match, you are scored by the difference of your points to your opponents. If you lose by 20 points, you earned negative 20 points, and the other team earned 20 points. And yes, you can go negative. Here's another example. In this game, these guys won by 5 points, so they receive 5 points, and their opponents received negative 5 points. After your match has been completed, you will mark your score on the corresponding match and your opponent will initial. Likewise, your opponent will also need your initial. Because of the way this format works, you will have a maximum of 7 matches, but only your best 5 matches will count. Because of this, you actually only need to play 5 matches. Whenever multiple people want to play at the same time, allow whoever has the least amount of matches to go first. Do not worry about time, we can extend the qualifying period if needed. Using the points that were accumulated in qualifiers, the top 8 teams will move on to the finals. The finals are pretty simple and straightforward. A double elimination 8-person bracket, and it will start off with a best of 3, and once you reach a certain point, it will become a best of 5. Now that we've talked about how the event is going to work, let's talk about what you guys want to hear. Lux. Everyone who completes 5 matches will earn 20 lux as a sort of participation award. The winning house will earn a gold radiant award worth 4,000 lux, while second and third will earn a silver radiant award worth 3,000 lux and 2,500 lux, respectively. I say winning house because it's not just going to be who's first, second, and third in the tournament rankings. Of course, whoever does win will earn 4,000 lux for their house. We will then go down the ranks until we find the next house, and that is how we will find our second and third place. It would be way too unfair if a single house received 2 or more Radiant Awards during one event, which is why we're doing it this way. For example, if your standings look like this, we will give first place to Pyra, but then we will go down the list until we find another house, in this case, Sora, and then that is how we will determine second and third place. Well, that was a long explanation, but we hope this gives you a good idea of what's going on. I know that some of you will probably have questions, but if you watch the video again, you'll probably have all your questions answered. If you don't, though, feel free to ask us. Don't forget that registration starts today and ends tomorrow. We hope you will be joining us in this exciting event.